Have you ever had that feeling that you're somehow playing a role in your own life? Like there's this weird nagging distance between the person you show the world and the person you are on the inside. If that sounds familiar, well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dig into that feeling and where it comes from, a kind of hidden training we've all been through. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the floor, something inside of you puts on a mask. Wow, that just hits home, doesn't it? It's not even a conscious decision anymore for so many of us. It's just this automatic reflex that kicks in the second we open our eyes, this immediate switch into performance mode. So let's start there. Let's take a closer look at what this daily performance actually is. Because it's subtle, but it's almost always running in the background. Yeah, this performance is built from all these tiny, almost invisible habits. That small smile isn't just about being polite. It's like wearing a piece of armor. The tone of voice you use, it's been practiced. And the wild part is, it all feels completely natural, right? Until that one weird moment. Maybe you catch your reflection in a window, and this wave of unreality just washes over you. Who is that person looking back? So where on earth does this come from? It's so important to get this. This feeling is not a personal failure. It's actually the direct result of something called the invisible curriculum. Now, this isn't the curriculum you remember from school. This has nothing to do with math or history. Think of it more like a societal training program. It's this whole set of unwritten rules that taught us from a very young age how to behave to be accepted, how to be seen as good, and ultimately, how to feel safe. And this slide really breaks down the difference. On the left, you've got the stuff we were officially taught in school. But look at the right side. That's the invisible one. That's where we really learned that being compliant gets you rewarded, that love can sometimes feel like it depends on how useful you are, and maybe the most powerful lesson of all, that staying quiet is often the safest bet. So you live by these unwritten rules for years, maybe even decades. And that comes with a price, a very high price. It helps you build a mask that can become incredibly difficult to take off. And you can see the progression right here. It starts off simple enough. You do what's expected of you, and you get a pat on the back. That teaches you that your worth is tied to your performance. So what do? You build a persona to protect yourself. You become the strong one, or the helpful one, or the easygoing one. And then comes the final, most dangerous step. That costume starts to feel more real than your own skin. And here's the crazy paradox of it all. By getting so good at performing, at being strong, your own struggle, your own pain, it becomes invisible. Not just to others, but even to yourself. People might even say, "You're so resilient, you handle everything so well." Meanwhile, you're quietly falling apart. You end up pouring all your energy into a system that doesn't actually support the real you. But what happens when the exhaustion just gets to be too much? When the mask starts to crack? Well, that's not the end. That is a massive turning point. It's the soul's awakening. And let's be totally honest, this stage feels awful. It can show up as a deep, soul-crushing burnout where you feel like you have absolutely nothing left to give. It can feel like a full-blown personal crisis or just this profound sense that you've failed at life. It is so important to acknowledge that this part of the journey is just incredibly hard. But what if that crisis isn't a sign of weakness? What if it's actually a sign of incredible strength? It's your authentic self, your soul, finally screaming, "No more." It's a rebellion against a role that has become way too small for you. You haven't failed. You've just outgrown the performance. This feeling actually has a beautiful name for it: psychological homesickness. It's that ache, that deep longing for a version of yourself that feels more real, a self you might only dimly remember from before all the training took over. Just recognizing this homesickness, that's the first step to finding your way back. So, if this all came from a kind of training we received, it only makes sense that the way forward is a process of untraining. It's not about adding more things to do, it's about gently letting things go. And this work is quiet. It's internal. It's about giving yourself permission to rest, not because you've earned it, but just because you're a human who needs rest. It's about slowly, carefully deprogramming that core belief that your value is tied to your productivity. It means allowing yourself to grieve the years you lost to the performance. And finally, it's about really understanding, that you are enough exactly as you are, without any of the masks. Your exhaustion wasn't weakness. It was evidence of how hard it's been to live against your own nature. Just let that one sink in for a second. If you feel tired, it is not because you're failing. It's because you've been fighting a silent, exhausting battle against your own true self just to fit into a mold that was never designed for you. Your exhaustion is a testament to your strength.
And all of that brings us here to this last question. And this isn't just for show. I want you to really take a moment with it. If the mask could come off right now, if the need to perform just vanished, what truth would come out? What would you finally say? What boundary would you set? That answer, whatever it is for you, that's the beginning of the path home.